Good evening from Philadelphia. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, they love Rocky and stories of redemption here in Philadelphia. Right now, the Sixers with a brand new outlook.
And with this town just winning the 2018 Super Bowl, they've been donned with a new nickname, USA. Maybe an NBA championship on the horizon?
Something tells me they're tired of watching the same video of Dr. J on the parade float. The Los Angeles Clippers control the tap.
So, Ed, my man P. Bev the other day made some comments on social media. I want to get your reaction. He said, I'll tell you right now, we are the best team in L.A. How do you feel about that?
Jay, since the Clippers moved from San Diego, I don't know if that's been the case once. Maybe going back a few years, but LeBron James is in L.A. now. I don't know if Patrick Beverley's right on that one. He misses that one free throw. Leonard to Beverley. Beyond the arc for three. His first effort off the mark. In the front court comes Simmons. Looking to make something happen. Slams it down. Big finish for Joel Embiid.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
To Leonard. Here's a chance from long range. Snared by Embiid. To Simmons. Josh Richardson. Smothering D.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Joel Embiid with the block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Simmons into the front court. 2-point advantage. And count the basket inside.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Leonard. Good look that time, but off the mark to Richardson. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Beverley to Marcus Morris. You've got to get that one to go. To Tobias Harris. The pass taken away by the Clippers. George. Wide open look, won't go.
They still can't get their first bucket from the field, but still don't let that affect your defense on the other end.
Simmons, and the rebound grabbed by the Clippers. Beverley into the front court. Down 4. Shot from the lane, won't go.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chip.
Now preparing to shoot at the line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Kawhi Leonard at the line for 2 shots. A career 84% free throw shooter. First one, counted.
Subbing in for the Los Angeles.
2 for 2 on that trip.
Timeout for Philadelphia. Listen up, fans. Tickets for the next home game are still available at the box office.
Time for some new personnel into the game. Richardson. That's out. Last touch by Josh Richardson. Jay, the Clippers last year were 2 games better than 500. Pretty amazing when you think about what they dealt with.
Most definitely. But everything for this Clipper organization starts with Lou Williams. He is the stud for this team. It's his second time in his career he's been named 6th Man of the Year. And that's why they signed the 31-year-old to a 3-year, $24 million deal.
It's LA Clippers ball. Leonard to Marcus Morris. Takes stock of the floor. Williams to Leonard. Goes to the right side. George. That's off the side of the rim. Short. To Horford. And throws it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Drives, but a shot won't go down. The follow won't go either. Here's Simmons with it up top. Leads a bucket. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Leonard to Williams. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Turns and slams it down.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Simmons with it. Lead is 2. Al Horford going to the line to shoot 2.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Al Horford, a couple of free throws on the way. Shoots it at 75% for his career. Off the mark on the first free throw. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Clippers have the basketball to Williams. Joel Embiid snatching it out of the air.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
To Tobias Harris. Gets it in the left corner. Simmons to Tobias Harris. From long range, they snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it. Oh, with the foul, and a chance coming up at the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
76ers are now in the...
Jerome Robinson at the line. First try, no good. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Deep three at the buzzer. We're through one at Wells Fargo Center with the Sixers on top. Jay and I return to Philadelphia after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. one quarter down. Long way to go. So, buckle up. It's wide open.
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Took it down the lane, but it's no good. It's George for two. Oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Team foul number 1 for the Sixers.
Ben Simmons has got 2 shots coming. 56% for his career. Can't connect on the first free throw. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Paul George to Beverly. Here comes the screen. Harkless to Beverly. Not that time. Jay, what's the next step for Ben Simmons?
MVP, Ed. To win the MVP. But perception is reality. And I've been hearing this stuff from a lot of people who have been watching Ben Simmons show out this past summer on IG. Ben Simmons needs to get back to the lab, stay in the gym, continue to work on that jump shot, because this is still a team that lost once.
My goodness, did you see that, Jay?
That's nasty. Don't, just disrespectful.
From the painted area, won't go down.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Throws it down.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Here comes the screen. The drive right to the basket. Drive to the basket, but the shot won't go.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Richardson can't go down. Smothering defense. Short jumper misses.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
There it is. Al Horford. Well, he's made 2/3 of his shots.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first all-star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
Number 5, Montrezl Harrell. And number 4.
Josh Richardson with a piece. That's his 3rd block this evening.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Now a drive, but the shot won't fall. Beverly into the front court. Down 5. He wants it at the rim and scores.
I'm sorry, his name is not John Wall or Russell Westbrook. So why is he getting a free pass down the entire length of the floor?
Fakes. drives to the rim and scores.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Richardson matched up with Paul George. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. George. That's no good. Joel Embiid. Huge block. 4th this contest. Simmons with it. Under a minute to go before halftime. Harris always looking to create a shot, even ones like those.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Beverly to George. Beverly to Harkless. Short jumper stays out.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him.
Beverly into the front court. His guys can hold for the final shot. Paul George, 3 for 6 now. That'll do it for the first half. It's the Sixers out in front.
Guys, let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The 76ers have their explosive offense to thank for the halftime lead. The way they play here today makes me think it's not going to stop in the upcoming half. I'm very impressed by their offense, and even better, their team chemistry. The Clippers would rather be on the opposite end of the scoreboard. They don't have a single player that can claim double figures in scoring. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Blocks.
The Philadelphia 76ers came to play today, and the opposition knows it. All these blocks are more than just rejections. They're statements.
Player of the half.
Simmons was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half, and I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. These are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Sixers finally break through. 52 wins last year. But, Jay, where do they factor in a top-heavy Atlantic division?
I still see this team finishing on the outside looking in. What I mean by outside is the 2 or 3 spot. I think this is Boston's division to lose, Boston's conference to lose. But still, the question mark still is around Ben Simmons and his ability to shoot the ball down the stretch.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
In the front court comes Simmons. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. Josh Richardson, it's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick. To Beverly. And the nice finish at the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Simmons into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. To Tobias Harris for 3. Tobias Harris is going to get 3 shots here. A career 81% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. Knocks down the second free throw. Almost settles for a 2 or 3 trip. LA Clippers with the basketball. Beverly to Marcus Morris. Fires the 3. Can't connect. It's no good. Nothing going here on that drive. To Richardson. 4-3. That's how you defend. Beverly. Nice pass to set things up. Count the bucket for 2.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Beverly. Deep left corner. Lets it fly from long range. Not done yet. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Montrezl Harrell tips it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Had a good look there, but it's no good. Couple of cracks at the line now.
No. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends.
Zaire Smith at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. And he makes them both. It's PG for 2. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Beverly into the front court. His guys trail by 10. To Paul George. They'll get it down to Leonard. Josh Richardson rejects it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defense. Oh! Out there looking like the Kembe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. To Richardson. Going to launch beyond the arc. Great defense, forcing the miss. Beverly into the front court. They find themselves down 10. The pass taken away by the Clippers. To Leonard. To Marcus Morris. George, it's good. Coach wants to see more from his D. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. And finishes strong.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Williams into the front court. His guys down by 9. Here comes the screen. To Williams. He'll get it down low to Harrell. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Curling inside. Williams across the timeline. The margin standing now at 7. To Leonard. Williams all the way, but his shot stays out.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. That ends the 3rd quarter, and the 76ers have to be feeling good. The Clippers with the basketball as we begin the 4th quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
Smith now into the front court. His team leads it by 10 and finishes strong.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Williams into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Cashes in for 2.
Well, here's something that all the great ones do. What first half? This is another first half. This is another half of basketball. That one that just happened is no longer. I can only focus on the now. If you're able to take your mind to this place, all of a sudden it helps you recalibrate.
Williams to Leonard. Williams to Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Oh, my goodness. Someone please patch me into the arena intercom. Clean up on aisle 3.
Baseline drive. The shot won't fall. Leonard. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
See, because he's not trying to easily work his way into the game. He's being aggressive. And when you apply that kind of pressure on the defense, inevitably they will start making mistakes.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. All by himself, creates his own shot there.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
It's LA Clippers ball. Short jumper off the mark.
And he usually makes a living on shots like that, but sometimes maybe it's just not your night.
Joel Embiid. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Tobias Harris.
Paul George to Leonard. Down to 5 on the 24. Leonard. Textbook defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles in and out.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Here's Simmons with it up top. His team on top by 8. Kawhi Leonard sends it away. Ooh, 5 now.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Simmons. Clippers have the basketball. Marcus Morris, strong finish.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Wide open look, won't go. To Tobias Harris. Has a chance. Harris's shot won't go.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
George to Leonard. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Fires the 3. Contested shot, Marcus Morris can't hit.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Marcus Morris. Strong finisher, Paul George.
An easy 2, get back on defense.
To Horford. Simmons. On the shot clock for Philadelphia. Driving is Simmons, but his shot no good. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor.
Number 23, Louis Williams.
Slams it down.
The assist from number 13, Paul George.
Tobias Tobias Harris above the rim. Now the Clippers call a timeout. It's just their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with one more.
Listen up, fans. Tickets for the next home game are still available at the box office. Buy one or more tickets before the end of today's game, and you will receive an exclusive discount.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer, the Sixers are victorious as they take care of business at home. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers got the win in a nail-biter. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. The Clippers must be devastated after such a close loss. And even though they shot so well from the field, I bet they're only thinking about the shots they missed. This was a tough game to lose. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
Player of the game.
Simmons could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school. Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a view of the upcoming games for the Philadelphia 76ers. And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.